first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Trubisky going to look to throw right away.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, ball. Work.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Probably what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They run for it with Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Lock in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Left side, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
The Bills in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Half 85. Here we go.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off 52. 56, 56.
Allen off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, tight, tight, tight. Regular. Go.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Austin. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Trubisky. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Harris running straight ahead. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky, his throw incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They go play action. Trubisky rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Here's Austin. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And Deontay Johnson just continues to build and grow in his NFL career. Finished 2nd in the NFL in targets on his way to his first Pro Bowl last season. Pulls in the catch there to pick up the 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play action. Now Trubisky. Left side caught by Matthews.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to run now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From the 39, Allen gets this one to Morris.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 30 on second down, Allen, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So it looked like a good opening drive to start this third quarter, but ultimately it's going to be an unfruitful one as they give it away on the fumble.
Yeah, the way they were moving it, you figured they were in good position to take the lead, but they sure picked a bad time to be lackadaisical with the football. They wound up giving it away.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Pass 85, pass 85.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And it's fielded at the 34.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Steelers 10, Bills 0. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the East...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And trying to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Buffalo. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Alert! Middle. Out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. That's pulled in at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Trubisky's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to get this down to about the 37. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. On play action, Allen. Out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Connection made on the out route to Valdez Scantling. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Allen.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Allen.
This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
73 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just...
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat.